general message for Cleveland. And it's going to be short and straight to the point. I'm looking all across the country. Right now, in most states, early voting has begun. Cleveland. I say this with a lot of admiration, respect, and love. Cleveland, step your game up. Please, step your game up. You're being outdone by Philadelphia. Now, yes, Philadelphia is a much larger city than Cleveland. But Cleveland, you're under attack constantly. And if we don't have large turnout in Cleveland, we're not going to win at the state level. We're not going to win a lot of congressional districts that we could win. So let's get out there and knock on doors. Text our friends. Check your voter registration. And please, vote early. Take care of business. You know, I heard that over 7 million Americans already, and it's probably larger now, have already early voted. Yay, good job. A lot of people are taking care of business. Cleveland, take care of your business. You know, I don't want to rag on Cleveland so much, because you're really doing a tremendous job. You really are. You're guarding the nation. You're guardians. So as a guardian, you have to do your part, Cleveland. You really do. I want to see us step our game up in Cleveland, big time. I want to see those early vote numbers and tallies start soaring more. Yes, we're having some good early voting numbers out of Cleveland, but they can be better. My thing is about making sure we're doing as good or surpassing what we could be doing. And look, Cleveland, I'll be honest with you. They're looking to disenfranchise you. They're looking to disenfranchise you. One, they're hoping you don't turn out. And two, if you do turn out, they're looking to say you committed fraud. So any way you slice it, Cleveland, there's a bullseye on your city's back. They're attacking one of your own, a Cleveland native, a Cleveland girl. You know, it's rare that Cleveland women really get a voice on the big stage. And recently, a broadcaster who has the highest rated show on the weekends, she's been vilified and attacked non-stop of late by conservative journalists and activists. I'm referring to the legendary and American national treasure, Tiffany Cross. Tiffany is defending democracy on the big stage. Cleveland, you need to elect Tim Ryan so he can go to the United States Senate and defend democracy in the Senate. You need to help elect Marcy Kaptur. You need to help elect Amelia Skies, Greg Landsman, and all the congressional delegation that's going to make your state and this nation better. So my message, Cleveland, is you're under attack. There are people who want to disenfranchise you because they don't like you. They don't want you to participate in this democracy. There are people who want to silence Cleveland native voices. They don't want them to be heard on network television. You're under constant attack just simply for being who you are. My message is simple. Fight back, Cleveland. Fight back. And you know how you fight back this year? You turn out in record numbers and you vote. Even if you're like, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Believe you me, some of these races, Cleveland, listen to what I'm saying. Some of these races are going to quite possibly come down to 500, 600 votes. So you can sit at home and say it's not going to make a difference. But when a candidate who would help Cleveland potentially loses by 300 votes, and there's 700 of you who could have voted, but you didn't, you'll have no excuse or no complaint. Take care of business, Cleveland. First, defend your own city. Defend your own pride. And then defend people who are working diligently, tirelessly, every day to represent you in a magnificent way. You know, it's a shame what they're doing to Tiffany. But what they're doing to Tiffany is the same thing they're trying to do to you. They're trying to silence you, Cleveland. They're trying to say you're not important in this democracy. We're going to talk about what they're doing in Philadelphia too. Because they don't think I know, but I saw the plans. And I'm going to expose it to the American people very soon, Cleveland. Very soon. Take care of business, Cleveland. Get out there and vote. Knock on doors. Text your friends. If you have university students who every once in a blue moon vote, give them a ring. Tell them you gotta vote this time. If they try to give you a lot of arguments as to why they're not, tell them they're not being a good guardian. Not of their city, not of their community, and not of their country. It's important. Cleveland, step your game up. Vote. And defend your city. Defend your nation. And defend your people who are every day attempting to make this country better. We're counting on you, Cleveland, to really turn up and turn out. If we lose, I'm not going to blame Cleveland. But I'm going to know that we could have done more, Cleveland. I'm going to know this. Don't go to sleep in 12 days, 13 days, knowing you could have done more to really be a guardian for this democracy. That you could have given it your all and you didn't. Don't let that rest on your conscience, Cleveland. Do your part now. You have plenty of time. Early voting has already begun in the state of Ohio. Everybody in Cleveland, listen to me. They're not expecting you to really turn out this year. They're really not. So do something that they're not expecting. Turn out in record numbers. Even if you don't feel like participating this time around, go ahead and do it. I'm telling you. Cleveland turns out, we're going to win. And Cleveland, you're going to win. We'll handle how they try to disenfranchise you after victory. Because we know that's what's going to come next. They're going to say, oh, there was fraud. The ballot drop boxes. We know what they're going to say, Cleveland. Anything to try to minimize and erase you from this democracy. But as they used to say back in the day, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm proud of what I am seeing though. I am seeing people participate. We just got to step our game up a little bit more, Cleveland. I know you can do it. Thank you for doing what you have done. Make sure we're continuing to vote. Make sure we're continuing to hit on those doors, making phone calls, texting our friends. This is the home stretch, Cleveland. You're guardians now. Make sure that you guard this democracy. It's very fragile at the moment. And they're looking to erase you from the democracy. It's amazing. They want to erase hundreds and hundreds of thousands of citizens simply because they don't agree with him. But this is the ongoing plot, the ongoing coup in this country. Cleveland, don't let them do it. Get out there and vote, and keep voting. And when they try to say that something nefarious happened in Cleveland, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to defend you. I'm going to defend you, Cleveland. Because I know what the real intent is with them. They don't want you to be part of this democracy. And I do. Make sure you're playing your part, Cleveland. We love you. Take care of business. Go vote. It started already. Make sure that you participate. Because a lot of people don't want you to participate. A lot of people don't feel like you should be allowed. This is the big one, Cleveland. A lot of people don't feel like you should be allowed to participate. You're Americans. And you have a right to participate in your democracy. Without all the bullshit assumptions that you're criminals, that you're nefarious, and that you're not good Americans. I know it's bullshit, Cleveland. You know it's bullshit. Send a message to the conservatives. One that they're not going to forget anytime soon. That you're coming out and you're being guardians for this democracy. Turn out and vote, Cleveland.